Hello, welcome to the Why Name Podcast. Hello, welcome to the Why Name Podcast. Hello, welcome to the Why Name Podcast. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Why Name Podcast. I'm your host, King Lou.
And I'm the co-host, Nas.
There you go. Welcome back to another episode of the Why Name Podcast, man. 20th episode right now. I'm your host, Lou, aka King Lou. Yo, how you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm the co-host, Nas, man. It's episode 20.
Episode 20, bro.
What's
We did
that?
20 of
It's
things
like
already.
it's like the 22nd week, ain't it?
Yeah, bro. That's a
Thing
long
rolling,
time.
yes, sir. Yeah.
I ain't realize we moving. Good,
What
bro.
it
How
do,
you
man?
doing,
Though?
though?
How you been though?
You
I
asked me
got you, man.
first?
How you been? Yeah, I asked you first. How you
Oh, he had another 20th episode, bro. Oh,
been?
shit. Man, I'm doing great, man. Good episode for y'all today, man. I had a good week, yo. Running around, bro. I got a couple things I've been working on, man. Talking to you, man. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Trying to be productive, bro. Ain't never trying to be stagnant. Cause when you get stagnant, bro, you just don't go nowhere. I'm trying to keep elevating, bro. So that's what I've been working on. How about you, though? Working, man.
Shit, man. I've been good, man. Let's get the week out the way. That was alright. So
Uh,
good, man. That went amazing, though. I mean, I like the job.
that's good. That's good, bro. How any corporate things that you picking up on already, or how's it?
Yeah, man. I ain't know all this went into making like they get paid off everything. Like
Yes.
nothing gets thrown away. They get paid from the trash. Like everything. Like it's crazy. Like, it's so much money flowing everywhere. It's a lot of moving pieces and everything. And I'm also like HR too at the same time as like also being a accountant as well. So and it's the way it is. But yeah though.
Mm. But
So
yeah, like you
I'm
said,
getting to
bro.
see like I'm getting to see like both sides. So I'm in the business corporate side, and I'm also like dealing with people mental health and stuff like that at the same time. So it's cool. I mean, first week was good. Everything she teaching me flowing. Like my manager cool. Like I want to say that's probably the coolest manager I'll ever come across ever.
That's
Get
tough right
like
there, especially for that to be your first
this.
official.
Yeah, like I mean, we the only two black people in the corporate side of that building. And I'm the youngest in the building, like in the corporate side as well. Like, I don't think it's even
I don't
nobody
know if you're
late
covering the
20s.
mic or
I don't
something, bro,
think.
but it's like a little. Oh yeah.
There you go.
All right, yeah, that's better. But yeah, you said
But yeah,
you and your
I,
manager.
yeah, we the only two black people like in the office and the corporate side. Um, and I'm also the youngest in the building, like all together, like corporate and workers in it. So it's crazy, but it's cool. Like I said, she like an aunt for real. I mean, so it's cool. I don't gotta wear no suit or nothing every day. I can
That's how you
go to
put her
work.
on the first day, though.
That is how I put up on the first day. You know what I mean? She let me in the parking lot.
Oh, this guy sucks, yo. His connection's trash. I want y'all to see right here that if you blaming me, so I ain't prepared, but y'all see this guy right here, man. Let's kick him out,
So
man. So for the you back now, you back.
okay, don't kick me out, man. I'm back. Don't do me like that.
I won't kick you out, bro. Screen, bro. Screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said,
Hey,
we got a good episode. But
what?
oh yeah, we got a good episode today, man. We got a special guest, man. Last week, my fault. Last week we was talking about a lot of the stuff about HBCUs, and we don't just be talking about health, man. Sometimes we try to like get a message out, and then we got a lot of this to either going through it right now, what we're going through, or been through what we got. So like, I'm gonna bring one of the listeners. Like, he be hitting me up, but he try to keep me on my P's and Q's. I know now I say he try to do, but man,
Yeah, no, this really one of the probably one of the real loyal supporters. You know what I mean, he tapped in every week. The episode they keep gonna hit one of us up, ask us what's going on. Like he really be tapped in. I mean, so
let
shout
me
out, bro, for real.
don't let me be late. Or he'll like, bro, what's going on? What's happening, bro? I'm on my way to
Yeah.
work. I ain't got nothing to listen to. So yeah, bro, I gotta man, good. Introduce yourself.
Yo's Walker, P-Town
What
Reed.
it do, man?
Nah,
Bro,
bro.
what's rapping?
Fresh off work. You know me.
Working man, I love it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How you doing though?
Good, good. Mental health good.
Mm.
I appreciate
So
it.
No, that's how you coping with school? How they doing it right now?
School good. I
You
got one
alright?
class at Kirchland this year. One
oh
class.
yeah, you got TCC right?
Yeah, I got that, but that's 2 classes. But that's light. I don't gotta do no meetings or nothing. I'm just turning stuff in before it's due. But Churchland is like the only time consuming class.
So for people who don't know,
That's
man,
what's
it's
up,
my
man.
young bro right here, man. Anything that he need that I can do without breaking an NCAA violation, man, I'm up there for him, man. I make sure that he's straight, not on no athletic stuff, but just cause good people, yo. Cool with his big bro. Like I said, yo, so he's a hooper at Churchland right now, ready for them boys to do good things. How's that though? How's school without being in school?
So that's all. It's always been my preference to learn online, even when they introduced Virtual Virginia to us. So when
Mm.
I found out that, oh, you had the option, and Portsmouth didn't really give us the option, but they asked us, what would you rather do? I told my mama, tell them I'm not going into that building.
Yeah.
And they decided that we're not going in until, or they have it set that we're not going back till February, but even then it's still up in the air if we go
would
back
you
or
would
not.
you be would you be in school? I know you're taking the little TC right now, so you ain't go back in February, would you anyway? Are you doing first college? What's going on with that?
Yeah,
In February, yeah, I'd be doing first college, but right now I'd have that one class at 12 o'clock.
Mm. Oh, you
so they
lit
doing it.
then.
They doing it like that. Like you do your class. You do one class in high school, and then you drive to TCC like for the rest of the day.
Yeah, but I've been doing that since freshman year. That's not offered to everybody.
See, look, nah,
So
so that's look, that's what we
that's
talking about.
good.
In
That's good.
this, like we didn't have this
Crazy.
option, bro. We didn't have all this good stuff that y'all had, bro. I ain't one of them people who be hating. A lot of times you catch a lot of people
Like,
hating on the younger
You can
generation.
be
But I want
envious
y'all,
of it, dude.
yeah, I
man,
want,
no, I'm hating. I don't care. 'Cause, uh,
I want
every
y'all to have better.
everything is better in that school
I know
from
y'all love the
sports.
basketball
So
court.
sports, the academics, the gym, like Churchland really snapped when we left, and it was kind of heartbreaking to everybody because y'all got all the stuff like we was asking for 4 years. We was looking
It
for
was
all
the
this stuff for
administrative
4 years.
changes. New AD,
Yeah,
new
yeah,
principal.
new AD.
Everything is right.
Most
Yeah, cause
hated
now I think
us.
about it.
Yeah, most of us
I,
dated.
I seen year now. We lost our principal in the beginning of the school year.
Facts.
We had an intern principal for our senior year. Vets all left us. So I mean, I'm proud. I'm happy for y'all. Like for real. Anybody who knows me, I go hard for my schools. Virginia State,
Yeah, shout out Churchland,
Churchland
man.
High, Churchland Middle, Churchland Academy. I still know our
Yeah,
school song from freshman year.
yeah, facts though.
Freaking Parkview Elementary. I went there for preschool because they won't try to let me go at Churchland Academy. So shout out to
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm sorry. It was
Parkview.
Douglas
I
Park.
said
It was
Parkview
Douglas Park. I ain't go to
2K.
Parkview. It was Douglas
See
Park.
mine was the other way around. It wasn't pre-K. It was sixth grade where they kicked me out. And, I couldn't go there, so I had to leave Churchland to go to Parkview sixth grade, and then from there I was in Churchland Middle and in Churchland High School. But
They kicked Nas out because he was in a bad area, man. They
Yeah,
ain't want
we
him
stayed
to
in that
yeah, I
red.
be.
want I want someone. I was in that red zone. They said
Yeah, I
nah.
know it.
They ain't want the
Kept me
red
in the
zone, but you was
gym.
living that, bro. They didn't care about that. They ain't want
The
y'all
red
in
zone.
Churchland. They ain't want y'all in Churchland.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The red zone. No, they not. They got all us up out of there. But
That was
I mean, being you a hooper, you know what I mean, and speaking of Churchland basketball, how exciting it was. How excited was it for you finding out that the gym was gonna be featured on 2K?
Man, I begged those cameramen to put me in the crowd or something.
Uh,
I wanted them to put me in the crowd so bad, but I knew it was coming once they started redoing the court and they made it black. And they were like, "Oh, it was a whole lot of people coming in taking pictures of the court, but it wasn't like just pictures; it was like 360 pictures, like bleachers, the ceiling, the camera, the gold, all that. It was getting it all down. So I was like, "Oh yeah, something up." So I knew it was 2K.
so
yeah. So I'm
they was around doing stuff before they even announced anything.
Oh yeah,
Like
they
they
announced
was.
it months later. They were doing the pictures while we were still in season, and they announced it over the summer.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Nah, that's tough though.
I'm about to show it right now. So what we talking about? Let me know y'all can see.
Yeah.
So this is a screen grab right here from the 2K20 last edition. As you see, it's not the exact. Our gym is actually bigger than this, but yeah, they actually feature our high school gym that Millionaires alumna, and then soon to be
They
alum Walker.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, our gym is way bigger than this, but yeah, this is gym that 2K featured us on. We had a post invitation tournament known as the PIT tournament every year at our high school, so they was part of the storyline for my career. But that was a big up, so because I actually got I don't know if y'all know a dude named Agent 00, or something like that on the YouTuber. I made his YouTube page because they was asking about stuff about something about it gonna be back in high school or something like that or college. And I was like, my high school can be featured.
He was like,
Go ahead.
What is your song? Dude who said this is it's old high school. He was giving like a 2K insider type thing. So that was real cool. You know what I mean? That was crazy.
Oh yeah. And man, playing on that, it was crazy because you don't play like my career player, so I'm on the chain dunking on everybody. Player.
And that's really your gym. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I know what's happening for you.
This the gym that you got to play on, man. You was the first, man. Y'all one of the first group of people who actually played on this gym, bro. How was it,
sir?
To actually play on this beautiful gym, man? Some of these banners up here, I believe on this side, I helped put up, a couple districts and conference 17 champions. A couple.
We got newer banners over here above the trainer station. You know what I'm talking about?
Over here, right here.
Yeah, that's where the newer track ones and the basketball ones at.
That's tough, man. But yeah, how was it like? The player
that court is
Trucker
crazy.
Park.
The first big game that we had on it was Churchland versus Wilson. You know how that go. You know how that go. But we weren't able to win it that time. We had a few injuries, few people out, so we couldn't pull out. It was close the whole time though. Had the city on a handstand.
My first time in the gym, I think were you with me that time? Y'all played Norview last year. That was my first time being in the gym.
Beaters.
Yeah, I think I came to y'all senior night. I think that was your senior night. That was my first time.
Senior night.
I don't know whose senior night it was. It was. I know it wasn't George. You know what I mean? Because obviously you still there.
Was it Xavier night?
Yeah, I think so. Quick
it was their senior night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was their senior. That was my first time actually coming back. Seeing everything. I actually enjoy watching y'all hoop though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel how like the old people felt watching us.
You feel like you wanted a book now. You an alum, bro.
Yeah. So like, especially when I came to the game where y'all beat Norcom. Now that was lit.
Oh no, that was the first. Hold it. Was the court done yet?
Yeah, the court was done. It's been done for 2 years now.
So that was my first game. That was my first game there. Then where they pulled the bleachers out on both sides. Man. Church ain't seen a game like that until. Oh, y'all better not, man.
Nah.
People don't know that's our city rival right there. We talking about Norcom Wilson, both one of the 3 schools in Portsmouth right now. So Church obviously being one of them. So you got to introduce the crowd who don't know.
And shout out to Wilson, y'all state champs. I give it to y'all. They state basketball champs.
That's tough.
Wilson don't really get too much love from our era. You know what I mean? There was also there was girls basketball and baseball over there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like a lot of people like it's bragging rights because it's city rival, of course. You know what I mean? So we take pride in being able to say we beat so and so. You know what I mean? A lot of people from Churchland can't say they beat Norfolk, and I'm one of the few that beat Norfolk. You know what I mean?
Norfolk.
So
yes, sir.
Yeah, we beat them boys.
Yes. That was
football.
Next day of school.
And then to come back and see y'all doing y'all kind of tradition, I mean basketball, y'all, but flipping the tradition for real, because it used to be the other way around. I mean, and that's gonna lead me to my next topic. I'm gonna talk about that, but it used to be the other way now, right? Where Norcom beating the shit out of Churchland every year. You know what I mean? The state champs, all that.
Yeah.
So like, to see y'all shifting the momentum, and hey, everything uptown now. So, know what I mean? I love that.
Sir.
I got a story about that before. Now I go to the next topic. So our senior year, man, basketball team sucked. Our coach quit on us, right?
Who was it?
I ain't gonna say the name. You weren't there yet. Our coach that was there quit on us, right?
You talking about Doolin?
Doolin was already gone the year before that. It was Glover.
Oh, Glover. Hey, I remember that vividly.
But yeah, so Glover quit on us. We had 2 players that, shout out to some 2 players. that we both cool with. They quit on the team, bro. And this is first game after Christmas break, yo. So everybody in there with a nice outfit on. And then y'all know me. I'm a troll, bro. So this is my prime troll day on Twitter, man. I knew we can get thumped, right? I'm on Twitter talking big trash, letting everybody know, like, yo, we about to dog out, bro. Travis Field, Travis Ingram, man. Y'all ain't doing nothing, bro. They had kept that team was stacked, but they won state that year. But look, I'm in there talking big trash. No one will get trash, right? I'm going back and forth on Twitter, man. I like to personally think, maybe just because my ego, that I brought most of that game to most of the people to the game. Because obviously it's a Church and Norton game, but it was just going to be one bleacher pulled out. Moss seen how many people were getting over there and started to get a fire concern. So they pulled the opposite side bleachers out on our screen thing that felt like to have more people sit down. And that started getting filled up. So he put the top section out. But long story short, man, I'm talking all that trash, blah, blah. Start the game over. They won like an 8-0 run. Travis Fields, who's like my height, had 2 dunks in the first half and pointed at me, bro. And then like I had the whole cheerleader. I think Norcom brought their band. Everybody pointing at me, laughing, bro. But that just shows how hard I go for my school.
Hey, you got to, bro. You got to. Hey, you'll see me at every football game. I'm out there talking my talk. I'm behind them boys 100%.
Mm-hmm. And I think I was trying to hide too when it was happening with 49ers. And I think Nas or even it was either Nas or Jamil Edwards, man. Like kind of like just cause we was all cool with the Norcom, like being that Nas and Jamil both actually from downtown, and I be downtown. I got family down there, but they out there, the cheerleaders laughing, blowing kisses, ha 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 at me, and I'm trying to hide back, and they out here pushing me forward, like, nah, get this.
You asked for it.
It's cool. It's cool though.
No, man. I think that was also like part of like the culture plan. Like growing up in that era, you know what I mean? Social media was kind of, I don't want to say it was new, but like it was kind of booming. So like done before game trash talks and like after the game, like it just used to be fun. Like we used to really go crazy on Twitter, like saying whatever. Nothing was off limits.
Especially football season, Nas.
Football season and them arguments with Branch. Like it got so bad.
Oh,
I think we ended up. Yeah,
they canceled Branch and Churchland.
Yeah, we ended up fighting Western Branch. Yeah, that's why y'all don't play Western Branch no more.
No, we play them, but we play them and
thump them. Talking about football.
I know we played them and thumped them. The game was so loud, the police was paying.
When y'all start back playing them?
I think this was the first year because we didn't play them year before. But you know, Branch is like 1 in 30
like
in the past few seasons.
Oh yeah, I ain't been keeping up with them.
It was the 2014-15 school year, Nas.
Yeah, so that like I think once that happened after that, I know till I graduated at least, we didn't play Western Branch no more because we ended up fighting them like in the middle of the game.
At a charity game.
Trading, and it's a free game. Game don't count for nothing, but it was just so much animosity built up from everybody, all the back and forth on Twitter and all this. So it was fun. You know what I mean? It was friendly, but it won't. You know what I mean? Like,
wouldn't you want to feel all that out the door?
Yeah.
Like, another story though.
Every word I'm saying, but ain't gonna be outside football field. You know what I mean? Because that's what we here for. So.
Nah, another one, right? I seen y'all play football. That's only y'all play football for church, bro. We went to play Grafton, right? So before every game, right, I was a master troller, bro. So I would go find the best player on the team. Don't have a girlfriend on your page because it's getting over, bro. I went and added the quarterback.
Like I said, nothing was off limits.
Nothing was off limits, bro. Now I look about it, it was childish, but at the same time, I was a child still, so I don't care. So I went and added the girlfriend. I believe either the quarterback or the running back. I think we were playing Grafton. It was one of the two, right? I don't think Grafton really threw the ball, so it had to be the running back. It was their best player. Watch film. I added the quarterback. I said, yo, have some ice ready for your man this week, blah, 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 because we about to run a dog crap out of them, blah, blah, blah. Just talking my stuff on Twitter, bro. And they went out there and beat the brakes off us, man.
Yo, like Grafton beat ball.
Grafton had that triple option, bro, and that was.
I got it. And that's kind of my fault.
And I think because now I'm not playing yet.
Yeah, because I got in. Okay, my junior year, last game of the season.
We were some fighting teams, bro.
Yeah, man, like it used to get crazy. You know what I mean? But junior year,
Heritage. It was Heritage.
Heritage.
At Newport News.
Hurricanes. That's what it was in Newport News. We played them in the playoffs. And, bro, the kicker started the fight. Like, all right. kicker. Like,
Nick,
but
bro. No,
and that's how crazy it used to get, bro. Like our kicker started that fight. So I mean, long story short, niggas ran on the field. Somebody hit the wrong person. That's on the field. Blah blah. And I got caught throwing a punch. Now I got caught throwing a couple punches and all that. So I already knew it was over. And I mean, he was like 44, ejected, 9, ejected. I'm like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Because when you get ejected, this the last game of the season. So when you get ejected, you miss 2 games.
roll over to next season.
So
Wow.
in my special case, I mean, my games rolled over the next season, and all the seniors and stuff like Kozo got them out of that because like he said Raheem played baseball. Raheem ain't played no damn baseball. They gave Raheem a baseball suspension for a sport he didn't play.
That boy beat the system.
They did the same thing to Kemon. The Georgia moved back to Georgia, so they tried to make his games follow him in the next season in Georgia, but he ain't go for it. I mean, he played.
I think Zoe beat that too for him too. I think Georgia was running track. Georgia couldn't run the first 2 track meets or something like that.
And that's why he was able to play in Georgia. So goddamn. In my special case, I mean, I had to eat my 2 games because I'm here. So at this point, I mean, I'm heavy again on like with Crew 757 articles and all that. They really come and talk to us. So first game,
writing about Nas.
Yeah, like they really like writing about me and stuff. So I had to lie. I'm like, I can't tell these people because I was fighting. So I'm like, boy, like if you read the article like right now and say my ankle was messed up or something like that. I messed my ankle up at practice. So I sat the first 2 games. So that's why I take the blame for that Grafton loss because I went up there.
We had on linebacker because you and Danny was sitting, right?
No, Danny wasn't sitting. Danny was playing. Yeah,
it was another.
Danny was there with Jason Charles. But you know, they was freshmen at that time. I mean, it was Jason and Charles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were freshmen at the time. And like, oh yeah, I'm with Danny too. Now he driving.
Oh, it's good, DJ.
But so yeah, though, and then what was cool about the graphic thing, back to the trash talk. When we pulled up, they had like signs for us. Like that was crazy. Like they had,
bro. Cause we were talking trash on Twitter.
They had like fans out. They were joking on me, Jamil. Yeah, I remember Troy. They were joking on his legs. They were like Troy got little chicken legs or some shit like that. They wrote all this on the flyer, and it was cool because like it kind of made it.
You get like a college environment.
Like, everybody knew what's there. Like we ain't never been in the goddamn battle. Like, and they knew what's in the stands. We going out stretches. They calling our names and stuff. Just talking shit. So like I said, it was really fun out there. It was real fun. Especially when it came to the trash talk in the back.
And then we got in one more fight. Was it Booker T?
Damn.
Or was it who we didn't shake hands at halftime? Or after the game? Was it Booker T?
Man, I don't know. Wilson, Danny, that's 40 because I forgot about Wilson. That wasn't even no fight. That shit was rap, bro. That wasn't even no fight.
They ain't gonna shake hands after the game, bro, because we was in there.
Yeah, he used to get hectic out there on that field.
Yeah, Walker, do not be like us, bro. Be better than us.
The court don't get like that. We've had one fight, and that was a JV fight, and I wasn't even there for that one.
I gotta get Jay Stagg up here too. So I took pictures my senior year, right? I'm sorry for everybody who ain't coming here to listen to that. We'll get our topic soon. But my senior year, man, I was like my senior and junior year, I took pictures for the school, right? And then I ran like the athletic Twitter accounts too for the school. Like for all the athletes and stuff. So I ran this Twitter account, had 7x17s, all the like major areas, local sports reporters coming to me and stuff, right? At 17, 18 years old. Or 16, 17, 18 years old. Cause I turned 17. But yeah, long story short, we played Booker T at Booker T. J Stad hits a game-winning 3. They had to like literally get security and get out the building because we was in Norfolk at that. They tried to beat Jenna up and win in the game, bro. Bro, I don't understand how they call a church in the sloth, bro, when we were really in the field, literally.
Yeah, nobody went for nothing. It was real fun. And shout out Stad too, like so we talking about the
no cat. Shout out Stad. He's doing his thing right now.
like he saw a video, I mean, in Churchland basketball gym. Now, I don't think nobody will ever do that again. Like that was
That's,
like sitting on the runway with his high school jersey. So that was cool.
man, Moss would have lost his mind if he would have found out that happened.
Damn right. Man, if Moss was there, he wouldn't have got the jump. He wouldn't have got the jump.
But look, bro, Walker. Nah, he's making a lot of noise. I got you now, real quick. Well, look, Walker. So the reason we got you on, man, was not reason, but you kind of helped to it, and I read your stuff, and we'll talk about it a little bit. But the thing that I want to know about, being that me and I talked about last episode, how is HBCU perceived in school now versus to when we was there? Because like basically when we was in school, HBCUs party schools, ain't nobody really going there to graduate. You just going there to turn. So I know you listen to us, you might see us, so you might be have a little different aspect because you see me and I both doing good things in our life. But in your life, how is HBCUs perceived? And I hope Nas might back good.
So how it was perceived through Churchland, like how they talk to us about it now, they push it more on us a little bit more now because of how many more Black administrators are there. They're talking about some Virginia State, Norfolk State, Morgan State. Like they telling us about them, but they, Churchland, they're not gonna give you too much help on applying and sending transcripts. But they've been doing a lot better as of recently. Because I know seniors from years past, they're like, you gotta do the legwork yourself. But when you put it PWI to HBCU, they don't favor one or the other because they know how many Black kids are in the school. And Churchland's the whitest part of Portsmouth. If you compare
the whitest Black school, that's what I call it.
Exactly. So they don't favor one or the other, but they'll tell you more about HBCUs and how easy not how easy it is to get in, but what you can do to get into one, what you can put on your transcript that'll look good to HBCU, rather than if you apply to a PWI.
Next though, that's the administrative level.
That's crazy. Wait, don't go to the next on top yet. So I mean that's crazy to hear that because like when we was there, I didn't find out what an HBCU was until I got. Till it was time for me to figure out where I was going to school. That like they was like do they put like little school banners up in the hallway like college?
Well, they're not banners no more. It's all in the guidance counselor's office. They got the hall's name. Norfolk Hall, Hampton Hall. Like in the gym, UVA Hall. But the banners and everything, they all belong to guidance counselor's office.
See, when we was there, like they just hung like little bands on the wall, like let you know how to apply for this and that college. But it was never it was not Longwood, Siobhan, VTech, UVA, like you wouldn't know about like I learned about HBCUs through like I learned about HBCUs through Twitter. I mean, like Twitter taught me everything. It was about the HBCU, because even when I was younger, I ain't even understand it. Like I ain't even notice like Stump the Yard was about Greek life. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't know what so like I ain't even put that correlation together. Like when Stump the Yard first came out, I was like, these just some dancing ass niggas. You know what I mean? Like that's what I got from it. But it's cool that it's giving y'all now. It's in y'all face, and I'm interested to know, like, now, like, because we didn't have anybody that we could, like, open our phones, like, see how they live through college, like, what they had going on through college and stuff like that. Like, you get me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
We ain't have that. So, like, how was it that, how did y'all, like, looking at me and Lewis, like, other people, like, older people that went to college, like, what type of viewpoint did that give you on school? Like, how did you view things? Like, from a high school ready to go into college? Like,
y'all two really exposed the HBCU life for me, because when in my mind, I'm top in my class, top 10%. They telling me, PWI, bus, UVA, William and Mary, George Mason. Like what Virginia considers prestigious.
Yeah.
So when I see all on social media, my sister went to Hampton, so I see all.
Shout out like Kinley.
Yeah, shout out Kinley. You see all the HBCU talk on social media, how much fun they have, how people click better there than at a PWI, And you know, PWI, you'll find your black students that
Mhm.
you know you'll end up meshing with, but it's not the same when you're around more of your people than if you're still a minority in that group.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
y'all played a big part in me deciding on where I want to cut my schools down to, because I definitely have a few HBCUs in mind before, you know, I finish my applications.
And then another thing, which me and I got to last week before I get to my next thing, with you in your school picking process and you checking out HBCUs, make sure it's the right fit for you. So obviously, me and I can root for HBCUs because you know what? Hey, we both went there. We both had great experiences. But is this school X is just a better fit for you? This program, this basketball program, if you want to continue playing basketball in school, fits
Nah,
better
don't
for
worry
how
about
you, huh?
I ain't like that. Nah, don't worry about all that.
I'm just saying, but anything or this
Mhm.
program has connect to this company that you want to work with, because schools do have connects to companies, which I feel like a lot of HBCUs need to start doing a better route with, but getting connected to these Fortune 500 companies. But anyway, that's a story for another day. But if the school is better for you, how that better fit. But like I said, me and Nas both went to HBCU and we're doing good right now on our side.
Oh, y'all doing great. I love seeing what y'all doing.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So make sure you make that pick for you. But like I said,
Appreciate
on
it,
administrative
appreciate
level, how they was talking to y'all, how is it viewed on not just your level? Because you have a insight to what me and Nas do. I think me and Nas try to be a little open about us having fun, and then us also going to these conventions, applying for these works, these companies and stuff. How's it looked at in Churchland right now about HBCUs? Like, is it? Because like I said, me, like we talked about it before, Nas and I went for the advanced diploma, so I was in there with a bunch of other kids who, oh yeah, I'm about to go to William Mary, I'm about to go to UVA, I'm about to go to
I feel you.
Tech, you feel me? And I was a math geek, so I'm in there with a high level math people, right?
Oh yeah.
And they kind of like they try to talk down HBCUs. Oh, y'all don't have this, y'all don't have that. How's it now in school, being that we and Nas not in there no more, so we can't say what's it feel like of HBCUs versus PWI on this level, not the
So I was in
level.
all the like honors classes. I took AP Calc. I took all the AP classes, and you know their goal is UVA because they want to stay in state. And UVA is already prestigious. So what they do now, what the guidance does, they have college administrators like come visit us and talk about the campus and show us stuff. So guidance is really playing a big part of it. And we have an access officer who helps with scholarships and testing, like the SAT. I know y'all know what that is now, but yeah, the SAT.
Yeah.
So what they do is they'll bring in HBCUs, they'll bring in Hampton, Norfolk State, and they'll also bring in the big schools, UVA, George Mason. They'll bring them all in and give kids like juniors and seniors the experience of, oh, this is how our school is and this is how that is. But at the end of the day, they're going to focus on the higher level kids going to UVA or George Mason because they know that they'll still end up probably paying for school, but not as much. And if you can get in on a in-state tuition, then you should go for that anyways. So they really favor those PWIs.
You talk about the students, right?
Yeah, the students favor them when that's when they want to go. But when it comes to like, you know, more black kids or not as, you know, academically intelligent kids, they're going to say, oh, I want to just go to ODU. I just want to go to Norfolk State, you know, because they're not worried about, you know, oh, I want to take this with my life. They don't have their plan set 4 more years down the line. They're worried about the next step instead of the step after that.
And that's I'm right now a little, not saying I'm shocked that you're talking that way, but I'm surprised that you're thinking on that level, because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The reason I didn't go to VCU is because of the track coach trying to tell you I had to wait a year for a scholarship versus when I got to Virginia State, and as soon as I get it running, I'm gonna get that scholarship off rip. I didn't get off rip because my coach.
You definitely sound like you way more.
You sound like you got your head on way more.
Yeah, than both of us did at this time. Because, like you said, I chose mine talking to coaches too. I think, because like I said, like you said, I'm just shocked you thinking like on that level, especially like what you playing sports and stuff like that. Because my mindset, it was, well, we're playing football now. Who want me? So that's what my mindset was. But after a while, like I started hitting up. I think I hit up Hampton, and that's how I ended up at Hampton. I hit up Hampton. Coach wanted me. It was cool, and I mean, gave me some money. I just ain't even want to play no more. And like you said, it wasn't more so like thinking the next step. The next step.
Mm-hmm.
I was always in the now. So yeah, you going bright places, man. You're going bright places. You're gonna be all right.
Well, I appreciate y'all for sure.
Cause you definitely way ahead of us than where we was.
Facts. And I thought I was ahead, and I'm like not hating, but I'm proud of, because it's obviously like that this next generation is getting it a little bit more, but at the same time,
it's rare to see, especially where we from.
Yeah, especially where you're from. And then another thing that I try to preach is don't listen to people. Not saying don't listen to people, because you can take your grain of salt, but don't allow other people to affect your decision based off their bad experience. Because a running joke that me and I got on the podcast, the people from Portsmouth say Virginia State Virginia State is Portsmouth High School, right? And then a lot of people from Portsmouth High School don't go to college. So how can it be both of it?
Hey, right now that's probably ODU and Norfolk State. They probably take the title for that. But there's no hate to them. There's no hate to them. They getting their education. I love to see it.
All right, but being that you in there, how could we? I ain't gonna force college on anybody, because college for you. I've been there with some of the people who been top 10% of the class, and they stopped going to school after their first year of college just because it's ain't for everybody. How can us? Because I feel like a lot of times how the older generation hates on us for not anything they want to be done is because they didn't tell us how to do it. So how can us, not me and I, because I feel like me and I both try to reach out to y'all often, but how can we influence y'all? Because I ain't gonna let you say you look up to us, but you look up to what you closest to. Because when I was in school, and I do a lot of talking, I didn't have anybody that came back really except Walt, and I knew Walt because he was cool with me. But rather than that, I didn't have anybody to tell him about, oh yeah, when you're to college, you like this. Because if you did go to college, they either dropped out, or I didn't have anybody to really look up to and ask questions about college, because they just won't really.
And that's really why we doing. That's really why we doing what we doing. Like he said, like nobody was going to school around us. Like the people that graduated around us, like they wasn't really going to school. You had a select few, but it wasn't spoken about. You know what I mean? Like how it is, versus like you said, and that's why I said I appreciate that I was able to, you know what I mean, give you a different perspective, like on college and school itself, show you that you can have your fun and also be successful afterwards in the midst of everything. So like that's really what we wanted to do. That's what this podcast is for. That's why we've been doing really everything we've been doing, because we didn't have these examples, and we wanted to be the example that we didn't have. So like to know there's people that out there actually like listening and watching and really taking in stuff that we got going on is cool, and we appreciate it too, as much as y'all appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And then another level to keep going on, but pick off what Nas said. I'm not gonna stop. So just breaking news right here. I will be joining the Kirkland High School coaching staff on track, just because I'm going to be here in Virginia a little bit longer. So I will be joining the coaching staff in Kirkland. Not on an official level, like as in, I got to go start the training, but giving back to the program, helping on pointers, and just out there doing what I was doing, but more involved. And then being I'm home now, I got a little more flexibility with my schedule. I don't got to try to run back from school from an hour and a half from up the street, Kirkland High School down West Norfolk, turn on Cedar Lane right there. So
yes, sir.
Yes.
So, but our track team, there's a lot of potential on that track team. They're gonna take advantage of that.
They way better. They way better and more informed, because I thought I was informed, but I was like the minority of the team, because I started running track because I was younger. Now this whole group that's coming in, they are more informed. They're looking further in the states, and they're not just trying to win. Just my freshman year we had Eastern District, and then my sophomore year they switched to conference. So everybody was like, "Oh yeah, let's just win districts, not that regionals and states with 1 or 2 go down." They taking the whole team to states, like competing. We used to have people that just went just because we was on relays and you can alternate. But now
the guys qualifying states first week of track season. They'll post it out. I'm not gonna say they relax, but they'll coast it out until the information will come up and the college coaches start checking them out. But yeah, that track team is crazy. They look real good. Shout out to Q, man.
Just hit a Q up, man. But like I said, though, transition to that topic. What is there anything on the next level as in college that you would want to know that, that's not, you're going to hear what your administrator say, and then they ain't been in school in 10, 15 years. But what's anything that you want to know that we ain't really got to, that you won't know?
So I know both of y'all worked while y'all was in school. So I want to know how y'all resourced how to get that job. Like, I know Nas worked for the school. I'm not sure if you did or not.
I did too.
Yeah, y'all worked for Virginia State.
Yeah.
So how did y'all resource and was able to get that job and, put your foot in the door instead of just applying and waiting like everybody else?
You want to go first?
It's
I'll go first.
all about I got you. It's all about who you know, bro. Like that's why that's really why I always
your mic
teach
going out.
Don't matter you did, you know what I mean? So the way I did it, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I'm good.
Better.
Yeah.
So the way I did it, I went and talked to pretty much, I want to say he like the student. I don't really know what his title is, but I know Mr. Young, Mr. Jonathan Young at Virginia State. I met him through Javante. When I first got to Virginia State, he was like, "Yeah, you need to go talk to Mr. Young. He being here, you know what I mean? He don't want to help everybody get a job, da da da." And since that day, you know what I mean, I went in his office every day because all my classes in the building department anyway, and his office is like as soon as you walk in. So I went in like if I got there early, like it'd be other students and stuff in there. So I would go kick it with everybody else in there, talk to Mr. Young, see the type of opportunities he had going on, and that's pretty much how I got almost every job that I had at Virginia State. When I was working at Liberty Tax, it was through him. I got the job actually working at Virginia State through his recommendation. Because they was doing it, Virginia State was doing this thing, and they got work study and you got actual interns. So like you can work for the school doing like with work study, like just applying for it in your financial aid. Just to have a little money in your pocket and all that. But some schools also offer like internships program within the school. So he told me about the opportunity with Miss Mason, and I ran with it. I got my resume right with him in his office, and he gave me a letter of recommendation because I turned it in from there because that's pretty much was the process with working for his recommendation. One of my other teachers got to her desk. She ran past. She liked doing interview and all that, and that's how I got that job from working for the school. And the job I got now, and this one I say it's all about connections and who you know and what you do when you get there. The job I got now, I got this from the work I did with Miss Mason, my job at school. Like so, it just off. She was like one morning she got a phone call from one of her friends, and one of her friends said she's getting a promotion and she looking for somebody to come in and take pretty much her position. And
they knew you from the body of work already. Like they knew how qualified you were.
You said,
I was saying they knew how qualified
so
you were.
She was like, so she got off the phone with her. She called me and she was like, she was asking about my job search and all that. She was like, she said she was the accountant and you were the first accountant major that came across my mind. So I called you first to see if you had anything going on. And boom, I got a job now just off of who I know and the work I put in somewhere else. So yeah, whatever.
All right. So my turn then. So like similar to our story, like my job for school. So like the intern jobs were state funded, right? And then the school like work study jobs were like through your financial aid. So that's how you got awarded that. So I had an intern job, so I had to apply and then interview like Nas did. But my thing was connections, well, man. So like I said last episode, I'm the type to find out any minor detail about somebody and expand on that, and then use it to my advantage. To not say I'm gonna take advantage of you, but make that connection that way because I'm all about connection. So found out that the guy who ran the technology service department, shout out to Mr. Johnson, Jennings, I'm sorry, Dr. Derek Jennings, shout out to him. He ran track at Virginia State, right? And then I'm on the track team at Virginia State. So obviously, I'm a track athlete and I'm a computer science major. You don't usually find the athletes in them type of majors as I was. So had that connection as well. We getting there chopping it up and just that I know he probably the reason he gave me that job because this little nigga works for he in there every week talking about I'm trying to work for you. So constantly there just chatting up, bugging him, talking about track and all that good stuff. And then when the position opened up, I was in there that I started working my junior year. So that first semester in the fall, I'm in there probably every week, once or twice a week, just chopping it up, talking about, I can't wait to come in here and work for you, blah, blah. And he was like, playing off. But he seen from my persistence and us starting to build a relationship about us talking about track and how, this program, this did this. And we were winning at the time too. Or my fault. I'm about to brag a little bit. Ever since Virginia State, I got the Virginia State track. We had never finished the Lord in second place and then won fourth conference title, but that's a little brag with myself. But just talk about winning because the program won't used to winning. So he was an alum and he was happy about the school. So, we just seen what y'all did to track me. I seen you on the school website of the athletics. So all that. So built their relationship and then got that job. But for my full-time position, my story was a little different. I didn't use my connections from him to get at Lockheed, but I used the stuff that just sitting around him for the people that I met through the work about, just how you gotta do this, persistence, and how you were so persistent about getting this job here. You gotta be persistent and get where you want to go. So this is a little story that a lot of people don't know. I probably applied for maybe 25 to 30 internships, right? I already had my internship at school. I didn't get out one of them internships. But the first full-time job I applied for, I got it. And then finding out another story, I'm an ambassador for Lockheed right now in the recruiting process, right? I'm on the phone with the candidates to tell them about how Lockheed go. But I was talking to the recruiter who actually sent my rec in. I did the interview, all my stuff. But he said, we got notified that you applied for 25 to 30, 25. It's 20 plus threshold. They get notification this candidate applied for all these positions. He must really want to work here, right? And that was a green light for them. They're we're going to bring him into this hiring event. After that, I just interviewed well. But so that was my thing. I didn't actually use my connections and that thing, but I used my connections to learn about how to apply what I'm doing here as being persistent, as in being worship to a sense to let them know that I really want this job. Because even if they can say, we just get this little nigga a job just so he can get out of my face, right? He don't got to come bother me every week. I still got that job, and now I'm advancing from there. So don't ever try to be too cool or come on. I'm here talking to I'm 19, 20. Yeah, I was 19 turning 20. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was 20 turning 21. Yeah, so I was 20 turning 21, and I'm in here working with 45, 50-year-olds, low 40s, all the way up to 60 and 70-year-olds. So at our age, ain't nobody really trying to hang around on people all day. Who for real, just keep it a buck, yo. You ain't trying to be around your parents all day, loving to death, but you ain't trying to be around them all day. So
I know, you right.
It wasn't the coolest thing to do, but I won't in there trying to be cool either. I'm in there trying to prepare myself for the next step in my life.
Yeah, and that's what it's about.
And like he said, you know what I mean? It like he said, you gotta take advantage of yours. You know what I mean, like I said, the work environment it wasn't the coolest, but he took what he learned and he ran with it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everything he learned at that job, working with all those old people, he used as talking points on his interview with Lockheed. You know what I mean? So it's you gotta take everything as a learning experience. I was the same way at Virginia State. I worked in the office with 3 old women. I mean, for example, one of the ladies that I was working with was Soraya's mom, line sister at UVA. You know what I mean? So it's I'm there working with real older people every day. It was they was cool to me. They're friends. I'm in there talking.
This dude Mike messing up again.
With him, I mean, it's everything. It's about to kick me out. I think I'm good.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute you for a second. I'm gonna let it catch up to you. But when you catch up, I'm gonna bring you back in. But yeah, so another thing, I know it might not sound cool what me and Nas talk about, but me and Nas both had fun, bro. Literally because of what my position was and me being an intern and me being a young worker on the old people. A lot of them stuff they kind of just gave it to me like I had a cart around campus. I had a vehicle, right, that I can get around campus with, right. And then I think now I caught up now. Yeah, I had a vehicle I get around campus with, right. And then because the older people, they start as the older you get, you start getting lazier. So I'm just get to the intern. So I'm around campus, right. My little vehicle, yo. I get everybody like I got a girl now with all the girls like, oh, let me get a ride to Foster or let me get a ride to Quads or something like that, right? So I kind of used that to my advantage. So I had fun with I didn't take the fun route to get there being around older people, but like I had the perks of being the youngest in my literally I'm the youngest worker because all my other people, we wasn't with the work study people. I'm with the actual employees of Virginia State. So these people with degrees and all that stuff.
Really in the office.
So we in there. I'm the young boy. They kind of not talk down to me or like under jokes and stuff. They try to use older references. Oh, Lou don't know nothing about this, or Mr. Andrews don't know about that. But any else, it was I really enjoyed it. But like I said, it wasn't the route of actually getting there, being around these old people. But I understood I had a bigger goal in sight than trying to be cool in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things.
At the end of the day, you.
Yeah,
go ahead. I mean, at the end of the day, you did a line.
Go ahead, Nas and Walker. You go.
Now, mute me. It's all good.
All right, Walker, go.
At this age, you got to learn to sacrifice. I work full time right now, but that's because I'm presented with the opportunity of not having to go to school, and I just got the one class I got to tap into. So sacrificing that, and let's say Rona not happening, every party that's going on, or some sporting events you just can't go to because you got to stack. School is expensive, so you got to stack while you can. You got to miss out on some stuff. Like I never missed out on sports. Like I'll find my way to a sporting event, but I'll make sure that assignment's turned in at 11:59 or that homework be ready to turned in when my teacher asks for it in the morning as I'm walking into class. So it's really checks and balances to everything you got to do.
Better than me. I'll be in there while they're doing the morning announcement doing my homework sometimes.
Hey, everybody's done it. Sharing the
question
paper.
Though. Do y'all still do the Pledge of Allegiance in school?
Yes.
What?
Yes, we do. Well, you gotta think about it. That was before George Floyd and everything. So,
but do they
still? They just made us stand up
because I used to buck and just sit down, and that was before all this political shit. Like I never stood up for that shit, like because it was stupid. Like what am I doing it
for? They
tell
us to, but they can't make us.
I already don't want to be here. I already don't want to be here. You think I'm like stand? Like no, bro. Like teach.
Exactly.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, they tell us to stand up, but they can't make us, and they know they can't make us because it's our constitutional right to protest, and we can do that in school due to some court case that I just learned about and don't remember.
See, we were
we just weren't doing it. you gave it
the smart as hell. Right. We wouldn't say none of that. Like I just know, no, bro. Like
yeah, they can't make us. They can't make us.
It did not as an ISF for being disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah, ISF kicking it all day. ISF used to be fun, bro. Like that was so stupid. Like ISF was really stupid because it was really fun. Like and you had that cool ass social teacher looking dude there, like he just said that shit. Know what I mean?
Lordy, nah.
Everybody was always in ISF, but we just be quiet. Y'all gotta stop talking to them.
Nah, they make ISF seem scary. Even the kids make it seem scary. It's some old Caucasian ladies. They straight, slamming the ruler on the desk. Know what I'm saying? That's how they say it. I doubt they doing that, but you know what I'm saying?
Do your stuff you ain't supposed to do.
Y'all going for a lot of shit we won't going for.
But look, it sounds like he going the right way about it. He's saying, "Oh yeah, this is our constitutional right to not be able to stand and rightfully protest." Look, it's checks and balances to it, Nas.
Yeah, that's how you really piss your teeth off, though. I mean, when you hit her with some shit, she really don't got no comeback for it, like, because it is your
comeback. Yeah, because all they can do is, you can't question them for it because they know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, man. Any other questions you got from Nas before we get out of here, man? I didn't realize we rolling today. This is your fault right here on Walker.
You
got
right,
on me talking about it was like, you got me last week. Only 48 minutes or something like that. And look at us right now, almost at an hour. You got something to listen to at work.
it was cool too though, cause like we ain't even got no notes for the topic, man. Like, we really just ran through the shit.
Nah, they don't need
Like,
to
we
know
even got
that, bro.
notes propped up. Know what I mean,
Come
talking
on,
about-
man. You gotta make that stuff
Man, it's
sound
all
good.
good though. Know what I mean, it's all good. It's all good. That's just me. That's just me bragging on myself. Know what I mean, like we really did it this episode. This was all
Yeah,
right.
y'all got it like that. Y'all pros at this now. It's episode 20, week 22.
Episode 20, man. Yo, shout out, yo. But I guess we can wrap it up, man. Great
Yes,
episode,
sir.
episode 20, man. Oh, snap. 1 second, yo. I don't forget, y'all. I told you I had a special announcement for y'all. So by the
Yeah,
time
it'll
this
be out
episode
by the
drop,
time this posted.
yeah, by the time this episode drop, man, hopefully they ain't sold out. But look, yo. I ain't gonna show the website. So as you guys know, I went kind of hat crazy. Love my hats, right? And now I ain't gonna tell them, but just joking around, people like, yo, you might as well start your own hat for real. Like, just saying it, right? Just cause people just be talking, they ain't really think I was gonna do it, but think of nice and left. Oh, we back. So, I want y'all to get the exclusive, man. Website is, well, I don't do all the editing, but here go my hat right here, y'all. Virginia Experience VAX hat, Virginia Experience Red Cardinal hat, yo.
Yes,
You
sir.
seeing it here first, man. Hopefully by the time this episode drop, the pre-orders ain't sold out, but it will be a restock.
Hopefully,
I guess I can.
do sell out, man. We need them going.
Yeah, no cap. Y'all buy them up.
Yes,
I know mine like that.
Go.
Yeah, my we get y'all the dates right now. The pre-orders go on live right now on October 24th at 6 p.m. all the way to October the 31st, Halloween at 6 p.m. So you got more than enough time. If you didn't get paid this past Friday, you get paid next Friday. So you got your time.
Yeah,
But the
you
restock,
got the time.
the restock will be on November the 13th, I believe, or I might do November 9th, depending on how fast I get these pre-orders out. And then, hey, you hear it here first, man. So it might not come out on time, but it will say it here first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big work.
And then another venture that we're gonna get into. So, hey, look, man, we just seeing where the coach is taking us right now, man. I've been doing it for a while, so it's more coming, yo. So I think that's it for this
Way more
episode.
coming, man. Way more
It's-
coming.
It's
I
way
think
more
this
coming.
the venture he just named is gonna be the only venture that he named without me in it, or I'm done with the podcast. So y'all don't hear that
Or
here,
Nas
I
is
mean,
leaving. Or
Nah,
Nas is
need a
leaving.
percent.
Yeah,
You need a percent. You presented this with him in the picture.
yeah,
Nah. Me and I cooking up something. I don't do anything else for
yeah.
Nas. He said he leaving.
Hey, well, I'm waiting on it. Y'all know I'm there for y'all.
Thanks, man. Thanks, yo. So yeah, this is Fighting
Sure.
Podcast,
Thank you, man.
episode 20, man. I'm your host, King Lou. I'm here with. Come on, Nas. Tighten up, Nas.
You here with Walker, man? You know I'm here.
Yeah, the new co-host,
here.
Walker. Nas
I'm
is
here, man.
either frozen or not talking. I'm gonna try to give him a chance to introduce himself. I think we're gonna kick him real quick till he move around. Oh, he just left. It's cool, man. So
Hey.
yeah, the co-host Nas just floated on us. I don't know why, but hey, it's cool, man. Thank you for watching, yo.
Hey,
We out.
appreciate y'all.